maybe overdid it a little bit, but you know, there's no such thing as a bad one. You know, a charity event or event to help people. And the one thing about this, when Ted Ginn and I go back, so I'm not sure people realize how good of friends we've been for 20 years, 1997, and he just has helped my community in Northeast Ohio.
Is this the busiest you've been in a summer?
Yeah, I should have probably done it. I need to.
What? Is it just because you won and everybody wants you, or what is it?
No, it was unique that they were all my friends that were saying, "Can you do this? Can you do this? Can you do this?" And I can't say no.
Is that why you had to come up here on your birthday?
What's that?
Is that why you had to come up here on your birthday?
Yeah, didn't have to. But when Ted Ginn says, "I need you up here," I go do it.
Coach Meyer, let me just ask you again, why is the Ginn Academy so important to you? What makes it so special?
Well, I witnessed when it was when he was first starting out in 1997, and there was a lot of disarray, and like a lot of inner cities, and it takes someone, like other cities have experienced, it takes someone to take the bull by the horns and say, "I'm going to make a difference," and it's unbelievable what he does for these guys. Not just him, but his Nick Petty and his staff, and all you got to do is walk in, and sometimes I hear people who maybe will be critical of it, and then you go into school, and the minute you walk into school, you're not critical anymore, because you see what's being done, and it's impressive.
What did you think of that birthday, that song
was great.
right there?
That was great. Very appreciative.
We got
45 years old, man. 45 is a special birthday now.
45 for the 6th time.
Yeah.
We got to ask a little bit about football. I mean, we know we've been talking about the same thing for months, but it's more real than ever now. Is there any way that a quarterback competition like this could be bad for a team, or is it all good because you have 3 good options?
I mean, you got to watch the human element's dangerous, and that's, you know, if it's about them, it can be very bad. If it's about the team, and I think our culture right now wouldn't support something about them. And the 3 individuals involved, the only bad thing that I see right now is the fact that there's 1 or 2 of those individuals that aren't going to play a lot. And that's terrible, because all 3 of those guys have done major things for it. They're not like freshmen or rookies, or all 3 have made a major impact on this program. Major impact.
Yeah.
You go down in Ohio State history, those 3 names are going to be there.
Do you think for the guys, I've said the most interesting thing to me about this is not who wins it, as much as how the guys who don't win it handle it.
It's all true.
Is it easier for them because they can all say, well, I know that I've succeeded, or do you think it's harder for them because they know they've succeeded?
It's all to be determined. You know, I don't know that. You know, I think I just have enough confidence in the character of the people involved, including their families, that it's going to hurt, but I don't think it'll be detrimental. I don't think it'll, and if it does, then that's my job to stop it.
Okay, but this is where you make the big bucks, right? I mean, you've got to manage this from picking a quarterback, but you've got to manage some
it's much
some
harder
personnel.
if they weren't good players, to be real honest. You know,
You'd rather
trying to move the football with a bad quarterback, you got a bad deal. That's real difficult. Unfortunately, I've not really had to do that, but they're very talented guys. So you're right.
You made the joke about Cardale being late. You know, can he still be himself, his fun-loving self, and get where he needs to go?
It's a non-stop conversation with him, because he's magnetic. You know, and who wants to hire people like that to be a CEO for everybody? But he's got to tighten up in some other areas, and being on time, doing the right things, and it just comes with maturity. And the good thing is, he's a very good person. You know, when his stuff is stuff. Late for this, or it's stuff. It's not the headline news. So, but his qualities of, and I never really knew it. He's an incredible leadership skills, and but it's hidden, and we keep trying to pull it out.
I'm guessing you didn't laugh at the tweet that he was transferring to Akron.
I didn't see that.
He's not, though.
Is that recently?
Yeah, it was
this
4 or 5.
He called him May Fools instead of May
Tell him I'll go sign his papers right now.
But are you? I mean, I know you know these guys, but just the idea that Cardale, if he wanted to, could have gone pro. Braxton, if he wanted to, could have gone somewhere else. That they came back to be part of a battle like this. Does that, on any level, surprise you that anybody would do that?
Most cultures, and really it's not just ours, but the culture we're in right now, not at all.
Okay.
Not at all. It's incredible right now. And I wish I could bottle it, because it's not, it's fight to stay there. Every school wants this culture. I really believe the reason Braxton came back, Cardale came back, and JT fights so hard, and it sounds, you heard me say it, they love each other. And I didn't have to say they're always best friends all together, but they've been through so much together, they don't want to let each other down. You get that kind of culture, now you can move mountains.
And the whole state is curious to see, the whole college football world is curious to see how this is going to happen. Are you curious? Like, I know you're going to run it, you're going to make the choice, but like, do you have a sense of how it's going to, how you
No.
think it might come out, or do you have no idea what these guys are going to do?
On purpose, I'm going to try to go in with blinders on.
Okay.
And let it go watch practice and evaluate and chart everything and do a good job, because I owe that to the families. Last question.
Braxton yesterday had the interview recently, say he's excited to come back. Are you excited to see what he can do? And just, you probably weren't surprised that he's coming back, but
No.
just reaction to that kind of public declaration.
Braxton's a very unique guy. I love Braxton Miller. People forget, I think, because of success last year, what he's meant to our program. And so I wasn't surprised. I knew this since last January, so I don't know, just because he's a quiet guy, I guess, I don't know. But the rumor and all that went on and on and on, and I keep hearing questions like, where's this coming from? So am I excited to have Braxton Miller? Extremely. Very, very talented guy and good teammate.